Greetings, traveler.
Yeah, it's something I played a lot at the start of KNC, Kobolds and Catacombs. The
Yep.
the super slow shaman to counter the super slow priest. It was really fun. So
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
yep. So I'm trying to replicate that now, and it went okay yesterday. So now we're this one I drafted before that deck though. So I'm kind of just crashing and burning that deck, and then trying to get another shaman and drafting
So are
something
you
that's.
playing that for the leaderboard or just for
I'm not
fun?
doing leaderboards this month,
Okay.
so I think it's better if we alternate that, uh, not every month, because I think it's more fun for viewers as well when there's a period where I can test as well.
Definitely.
Alrighty, well let's
Yep.
get started. So
Yeah,
tell me which cards you like.
I kind of like them all, but I think Silver Sword I like the most.
Yep. Yeah, I mean this is a somewhat free silver sword because we're not really letting too much go for it, so pretty happy with that.
Monk seems good.
Yep.
So what are we aiming for here? Is it a lot of freeze as usual?
It depends a little bit on what the draft offers us. So, ideally, we get strong turn one plays and not so much turn two, and then good threes, right? So, for Paladin, that's the difference, when we're playing a rogue or, a different class that is a bit more reactive. You're okay with having a slow start. With Paladin, you really want to hit either turn one or turn two because all your ways of affecting the board are almost exclusively once you're on the board, right? With buffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So weapons do help out, right? But overall, you're very, very dependent on what you have on your board that will dictate what you can do in the game. Whereas, the shaman I'm just playing now, it has volcano. I can be off the board, I can delete the board. Rogues, they have a lot more weapons, they have sap. Mages, they can flame strike you. Paladins already do that, so it's very important that you're on the board, which is why one drops are a lot more important than Paladin.
Yeah.
Now, I do still want to build a deck that is a good all round that can still win the late game. So I think here it's still a pretty easy Violet Worm. It just gives it's such an amazing card, and I feel like it's in too low of a bracket for sure. It's pretty much always free, the Violet Worm.
All right.
But, showing that we already have the worm and the sword, that gives us a lot of peace of mind that we can pick a deck that is low curved from here on out, and we're never going to be too low, right? Because you already have two very powerful late game cards.
Yes. Okay. So I guess here I would pick the Nap.
Yeah, the wolf could be better, but we have no idea of knowing, and the napper is much safer, so I like the napper. If this pick was later on and we had one drops already and we had a decent amount of threes, the dog could have been better.
Last Justice.
It's an amazing early game card.
The Fisherman.
I think I'd probably still go for the Farseer here and wait it out a bit, see if we get those one drops offered. Because I'm not a huge fan, especially now that Call to Arms is 5 mana. I'm not a fan of picking up the twos early. And Farseer is just a better card as well, I feel.
I think the Charger could be good.
Yes, the Charger is great. If you have two Chargers, you can even get away with not really drafting too many ones and twos, and because you have cards that affect the board out of your hand. So yeah, we love the Charger.
Very strong card. I still think we picked the Stone Shaver.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a bit too much to pick the Stormwatcher now. Yep, pretty easy humility. No other cards in the pack.
I'm not sure. Maybe not the Trawler, but could be either. I think.
It can be a little bit confusing for sure, because here I would pick the two because we don't really need the Piper at all.
Okay.
Like we have the Silver Sword and the Worm, so the Crawler is just, it helps us out a bit in case we don't get those ones, right? And It's not like I don't want any 2s ever. It's just I will not go out of my way to pick them early.
Yeah.
But we're definitely not going out of our way here to pick the.
What is wrong with Piper? You see?
Well, the Piper doesn't do anything for your board control, right? It's a 4-mana 3/3, the same way Night Prowler is a 4-mana 3/3. It does put a card in your hand, but that would only be good for us if we had a deck that was already well constructed in terms of early game, but lacked value. And right now it feels like we're going in the opposite direction, where it's definitely not a bad deck, but you have the Worm, you have the Sword, you have the Charger, and you're probably still going to pick up a Vine Cleaver at some point or a Steed. So the value looks okay, and now we just need to make sure we are on the board. So that's why I would pick the Crawler here.
Yes.
Because a 4-mana 3/3 doesn't help you get on the board.
No. Crusader?
Yep, I like the Crusader more than the others. It's an okay card. It's not great, but it's...
Could be the Ooze, just to have that card.
Yep, yeah, I think it's just process of elimination. We don't really want the others. Like, Ooze is just better, so I'll take the Ooze.
So that's your 1-mana card.
What do you think?
So Lost in the Jungle?
Yep, yeah, it's... So we have 2 1-drops right now. We're on the way. We'll see if we can find more.
How many are you aiming for?
Ideally 5. That can be tough though, but ideally 5.
So here, we could pick the one drop here, but it's not really strong.
Yeah, it's like a 1-mana card, but it doesn't really do anything.
So the egg.
So the way how I look at it is, if we get buffs, the Snapjaw will benefit from those buffs a lot, the same way the egg does. And if we don't get buffs, the Snapjaw is better.
Okay.
It's also more annoying for them to kill the Snapjaw. And a lot of people will be in this mindset of, no matter what the Paladin plays, I have to kill it. So if Snapjaw would be a 4-mana 2/7 taunt, it would be great. So that's kind of what we do, because we are Paladin, and we will constantly have this threat of like, well, if you don't kill it, I'm going to steed that minion. And for all we know, we are going to get like 1 or 2 steeds, which makes the Snapjaw really nice. So I would just go with the Snapjaw. And that's just Paladin specific, because you can always
Nothing
bluff.
to do with it being golden, right?
Oh, no, I would never do that, Gambler. You
I know.
I don't care for golden cards. Would you have taken a 2/1 Leper? Absolutely. I love my boy Leper now.
So yeah, I don't know if it's the 9-mana or the 3-mana. Because
what do you think?
we are looking for 3 drops, right? And we don't have any, or many. We have 2. I think I would take the 3-drop.
Yeah, and Vragul's the same thing, where we can have that bluff that, hey, if you don't kill my minion, I'm going to buff it. So I like the Vragul here as well.
It's more or less the same card, the Life Drink and the Champion. Except that it has charge, so it could kill something, so I would pick the Champion over the Life Drinker.
Flav, welcome. Thanks so much for subbing. I agree that it's not Life Drinker, because the Champion is just more flexible. Then so it's between the Champion and the Crusader, right? And between those two, which one do you like more?
I think I can sense that you are going the Crusader way, but I like the Champion.
Yeah, I'd pick another Crusader. It's just easier to just drop down, right?
Okay.
Because Chillblade is so heavily understated.
Ooh, Protector.
Yep.
Righteous.
Slam dunk. There we go. So 3 out of 5, doing well.
Yeah. Wasp.
It's Wasp or Cleric. The Cleric is very nice with cards like Righteous Protector. But let's see. So yeah, this one's somewhat tough, just because the Wasp isn't great when you're trying to attack. So it depends a bit what the deck wants to do. And right now we're actually not sure we really need to see what the second half of the draft is going to bring. If we're going to get a lot more value, then the Wasp becomes a lot better. If we are going to get more ones and maybe some aggressive tools like a Kings or so, then the Cleric might be better. So that's an interesting position to be in, to be honest.
Yeah.
So things on 3, we have Rygel and Napper. Not a huge fan of the Farseer on 3. We have our 4s. It's definitely fine.
Yeah.
I think it feels like it's going to be a bit more of a heavy Paladin, so I think the Wasp is fine. Because we already have those 4s, so usually the Cleric is something you want to play, you know, ideally on turn 2, but you're not always going to be able to do that, so turn 4. But seeing as we have these turn 4 plays already, I'm leaning more towards Wasp and make it a bit of a heavier build rather than a streamlined early aggro build.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It could feel like a. Yeah. It's also going in the latest picks. We are going on the lighter side, right? So it could be like more like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's no guaranteed right pick at this time, but it feels like it's going a bit more towards a Wasp deck. So.
Okay. Yeah. Messenger.
Yep, Messenger.
Ooh. So.
All of these are amazing, of course.
Yeah. Why do we have to pick between them? I think the Vine Cleaver is the better card here because we have the sword.
I'm gonna rule out the Steed to begin with. Yeah, it's definitely between either Drake or Vine Cleaver. Usually the Drake isn't in this pack. Not that the Drake isn't good enough for anything, but usually there's I don't know, an Aldor or you know another kind of non-consequential pick next to it. So I haven't actually had to make the pick Vine Cleaver or Drake yet, because Drake is definitely dumb, right? It's a dumb card. It does way too much for just one card. So I'm just looking at the deck and seeing if it's more that kind of a Paladin. The only thing, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, seeing as if we are going to be on the board, we will destroy our own minions as well. So
true. But usually with Drake, you can always find a moment where it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But we have a couple awkward cards with it. Yeah, we have Wasp, we have 2 Arrogant Crusaders, we have a Vrygul, so it's a couple awkward cards with it. I think the main thing is I see 2 8 mana cards already, and I can see the curve being awkward, right? If we have 3 8 mana cards. So I think we will go with the Vine Cleaver, and then we'll see what we get after that.
Okay. We're not a Mad Hatter deck, are we?
No, I agree. The deck is too heavy for a Mad Hatter deck. Drake is anti-synergy with Paladin? Yeah, so tell me the amount of times you've lost to a Paladin playing Drake where you're like, I was going to kill you with that, like... So everybody's always just looking at like, well, you AoE were on board, so Drake's not that good. It's like, well, you know, play against Paladins with Drake and then get back to me. Because a lot of the time, your only way is to kill them before they get all that value. And then they drop a Drake, and then you're like, huh, I've lost. Right. Okay. So, what do you want here?
Yeah, I think it's another Wasp.
Yeah, I think the Wasp is just not in a good bucket here. Like, it's a pretty free Wasp, so we will definitely take it.
Could be the Frostwolf.
I think so too, right? It adds another threat to our deck. It's exceptional with Vine Cleaver as well. You get to make 2 dudes, like turn 9, you, or even like turn 8, you swing with the Vine Cleaver, then hero power, then play the Warlord. That's 3 dudes for free on top.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a low bucket. With the Venomancer.
Yep, I like the Venomancer.
God damn it, it's all those secrets and no, get down.
No, get down, get down. That's why you pick Paladin. Just want to get down.
Exactly, man. Repentance?
It's Repentance or Lost Spirit. It's one of the two. Just looking at the movie. So Napper makes tokens. Lost Spirit, Swift Messenger could be okay. We also have Lost Spirit, Violet Worm potential at the end. Hui. Yeah, I think I just picked the Lost Spirit because you're Paladin and sometimes it's going to be a little annoying for the opponent.
We don't really have ways of... Yeah, we do have some weapons. But not really... We wanted more light weapons for the Thug, I think.
Okay, so what are you thinking?
So I think we could use single target removal.
Could use what?
The Voodoo Doll. Voodoo Doll.
Have you played it in non-pink classes?
No.
Because this is usually what happens, right? You target something with it, then they get a good trade with it, and then you're like, huh, I guess my Voodoo Doll ends up dealing like 2 damage.
Yeah.
And it's very awkward. Whereas I agree that the deck isn't ideal for a Thug, but if you get it with Light's Justice, it's pretty much an insta-win. So that's going to happen at least once or twice.
Oh, yeah, Light's Justice. I forgot
So-
about that one.
Yeah, so usually you want 2 Light's Justice to make Thug really good. But with the Light's Justice already, it's more also look at the competition here, right? Because you can evaluate a card and you can say, well, ideally I'd have a better deck for Thug. But it's about what is it up against. It's against a Chillblade and a Voodoo Doll, right? So it's a pretty free Thug for now.
Yeah. Honestly, I forgot about
the
Justice. So
even without the Justice, I think I might have still picked the Thug here.
You're right.
Just because the other ones are like, eh. And I've had Thug with double Vine Cleaver, and that also works.
Okay.
I could talk about that at the end, Blitz Freeman. All right. So what do we do?
So this should be an easy sound the bells.
Yep, I agree.
How are we doing? Shroom isn't really a free drop, right?
It's not really a 3-drop now.
I think I would go with the Croc here.
I think here as well, you look at your ones. You got 3 of them, which is not terrible, but it's not the 5 we were after. So I agree that we can use some 2s because we did not hit the amount of required ones.
Well, that's a 1.
Yeah, 1.
The healer?
Yeah, the healer is usually pretty free as well. She's also heavily underbucketed.
Now you're up now, Shady. You gotta do the impression.
How sad are you gonna be if we don't end up picking it?
Little sad.
A little sad.
But I can see Geist could be better.
It probably is the get down, don't worry. But there is some synergy with Geist where a lot of the time you will pick these 1 mana things and you don't want to top deck them. So killing off your own 1 mana things on turn 6 is good because it means you eliminate a lot of bad top decks and you increase the chance that your top deck is going to be Vine Cleaver or Silver Sword. So a lot of people don't really think in that way when they think about Geist. They just look at, oh, I'm going to kill a lot of my own cards. I can't pick the Geist. So it's actually funny. The more 1 mana things you have that you don't want to draw in the late game, the better Geist becomes because you thin your deck. And in card games, deck thinning is very powerful because it just increases the percentage that you draw a card that you want to draw. So that's
the same as the legendary that kills like everything.
Yeah, the Hemet, right? Hemet, Jungle Hunter. That's another thing that We had that in the deck with the 2 fireballs, right? It just increases the chance you're gonna draw your fireballs. Okay, do we have any get down synergy? Like usually if you have a Sword of Justice or so, it does become better. Can you scroll down a little bit? Alright, we get Big D. Get down! Get down! Alright, okay.
Excellent.
Now we can get on with the hearthstone. Alright.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like the Hydra. I mean, it's a powerful card, but it's also... You mean, we go up against Shaman and he volcanoes it, and...
It is always a bit risky, yes. I agree that we don't necessarily have a Hydra deck. It would also not be the end of the world to pick it. But I don't think we have a super good Hydra deck.
We don't have a single 6 mana card. It's quite funny. So I think I will pick the guard here. Just for, I mean, if we can use it as a removal, crushing hands card.
I'm even considering the Grizzly, just because we have those 2 late game weapons, and I can see opponents turning on the Smark at the end, and then let's say we drop a Silver Sword on 8, on turn 9 we play the Grizzly and buff it. I can see that being a way for us to stabilize versus opponents that want to close out the game quickly.
Okay.
I don't hate the guard at all, and I'm still not 100% sure myself, but it feels like the Grizzly will do a bit more work, just because we can keep holding it in our hand and use it when we're going for our late game push. So I do like the Grizzly. And in some matchups it will be a death card where we are the attacker.
Versus Morgul. For Lordaeron.
Full ball.
Oh, 11.2 average. Yeah, we can full one. It's fine. Yeah, chugga. That's me, 11.2 average. Working on it. It's a work in progress.
What's our ones? Nowhere.
Yeah, that's why you want 5 of them. It makes it far more likely you'll get them.
Yeah.
We'll still get them in a decent amount of our games, but not consistently.
You pass.
Yeah, definitely passing. Okay. Not the greatest start.
Nope. There's 0 power.
Yep, it's Terror Power. But we do have 2 of our very strong late game cards in the hand already, so we can probably win this game through outvaluing the opponent. A lot of the time, especially early in the run, opponents aren't really worried about pressuring you. So think out loud, right?
Yeah, I'm debating should we play the free drop or coining out the monk, because we have an.
So how are you planning on taking the board?
Yeah, that's the issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. I think coin monk would be best.
Yes, and you can pre-hit with the 1/1, so it's not awkward the turn after.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, if you play Fraggle here, he's just gonna not hit, and then
Yeah.
you can't do anything with your Fraggle. So I agree, we need to make a power play here, get the monk going. Nice.
Yeah, that was fortunately a weak turn from him. I could see playing the two drops.
Which path?
I like the 2/2 drops as well. Gives us a higher chance we can clear his board next turn. Also gives us a nice spread for the dark scale.
Job's done.
Oh yeah. So Monk goes into the 2/4. One of the 2 free drops goes in as well, and the other 2 free kills the 1/1, and we play either healer afterwards.
Just in terms of sheer efficiency, the 2/3 should hit the 2/4, seeing as the healer will heal for 2. So we can start with that, put the 2/3s into the 2/4. But then there is a consideration to not kill the 1/1 and take out the spell power totem instead. Because Lightning Storm is starting to feel pretty darn iffy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would take out the spell power totem and play the healer.
Okay.
And yeah, Avalanche is kind of weird. This is fine. So that worked out nicely.
Yes.
So had we used the monk into the 1/1, you see how we just gain an additional health in total. So
Yeah.
that's just small efficiency things.
That's the important stuff. So we could use humidity on the Drake.
I think that's a good start, yeah. It's a good humility target. And then where do we go from there?
So 3, 6, and 2 free into it.
I'm not sure if we should kill it.
Okay.
It's something
then
he
it's
wants to
just-
kill, right? To get this thing. So why don't we put the 2 power minions into the totems and push 7 face, and then see what we do after that with the mana.
Now.
So what do you want to do here?
Good Napper and Hero Power.
I kind of want to Vrygul hero power so we can Napper the turn before Silver Sword, which makes it more likely we get the 2 Raptors up. So it's just something, it's just a small precaution that we have more minions for Silver Sword.
Okay, yeah.
Because it could be next turn that we just play Stone Shaper Napper into Sword. We'll see if our opponent's got a Volcano.
Don't mention it. Oh,
That's fine. He's going for a very, very slow approach that won't work versus Silver Sword. This works if we're a very, very low curve deck that needs to kill him fast.
how do you like Winecleaver now?
I think the chance that you want a Silver Sword is so high that I probably wouldn't even Vine Cleaver.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at if it makes sense to kill the first half or not.
Probably not, right? Because we will destroy our board. Or half the
Well,
board.
not necessarily, but looking at it. I think we can put the Tolvir down, that's for sure. And then we can talk about the rest.
When Earth moves, empires fall.
So you would use the 4/5 and the 3/6 and the
Act now.
2/3.
I think the 4/5, the 3/6, and the 1/1.
The 1/1, yeah.
Yeah. And then you can play the Napper. It's just because we kind of needed board space, right? And then we just chill. So it did make it a bit easier on him to clear. Maybe we should have just held it. It's a close one. It's a real close one. The fact that he's leaning towards popping an Napper instantly has me a little worried. Okay. Yeah, maybe we should have just held, but I guess it's just the space on the board. If he's just trading the Croc, then we're pretty darn happy. Okay, we're good. Now it actually paid off because we killed the first half.
Yeah.
My eyes are open.
So we play the sword.
Yeah, and you can just hit his guy and then see what makes sense after that.
Kind of like to keep the monk healthy, so I would go in with the 4/6.
That's fine with me.
And 3/3 kills the 2/2.
Yep. Then the crab kills the 3/3, push face with the rest. Then it's a pretty nasty situation for him already.
Job's
Yeah.
done.
If he doesn't have the unmentionable. Uh-oh.
We'll keep one thing if he volcanoes. Well, he might keep a thing.
Okay. Okay.
We had lethal, so whatever.
Arthas versus Anduin
Is it that bad, Snow?
shall bring victory.
For Lordaeron.
I wouldn't keep anything here.
I agree. Yep. I think we're looking for a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
So I think playing the Lost is superior.
Yep. Reporting for duty. How's the volume balance, by the way, guys? For the voices, we all good? Does Shady have a full golden collection, or does he just not buy packs? I just don't buy packs. I prefer to farm my golden collection without spending gold, and then have a big pile of gold and golden cards.
And no dust.
No dust, yeah. Yeah, can't have it all.
Oh.
Which path to choose?
So it looks like we're playing Justice now, and then Napper next turn, then Messenger, possibly. So I would play Justice now.
I think just priest specific, I would hero power, and next turn either Napper or Justice hero power.
Okay.
That's versus priests. If he's not gonna give us trouble early, I like to slowly slowly get more value. Yep, that's fine. I mean, getting a Spirit Lash out of him on turn 2 is amazing for us. So
Yeah.
now we can just play the Napper. It's fine.
I love all
Job's done.
I think I could see myself playing the Messenger and kill it instantly.
So I really fear Shadow Madness if we just Crusader and face.
Path to choose.
I think that's why I agree with Messenger here and then push 3. Because Shadow Madness is disgusting. Why don't you like 2-drops highly? I don't like 2-drops in general for Unsticks. It's just they lower the overall quality of your deck so much. And it just feels like in today's meta you don't need to go that fast. It's crazy to me that this is not... I thought this was more like generally accepted at this time, but I still get so many people asking like, Shady, why not? Like, ask yourself, how often do you get 6 or more 2-drops in your deck? Because that's kind of the cutoff, right? If you don't get 6 2s in your deck, then the chance that you draw a 2 on turn 2 is not high enough to bother. Okay.
It's either Grizzly or the Venomancer.
Which path to choose?
So which
think-
one do you prefer?
Playing by myself, I think I would have played the Grizzly here, but I'm not sure what you would do.
I think Venomancer's fine. It's a card you usually want to get out before turn 6 because of Cabal, right? Or the Shadow Priest.
Oh,
What
yeah.
would Uther
So would you trade?
I would definitely trade. Yeah.
The monsters win.
You don't want to give him more options there. Like if he goes Divine Shield, Elixir, it's kind of nasty.
eyes are open?
He's a healer. Okay. Equip Light's Justice. And put the 1/1 and Justice into the 1/2. Kill the 3/3 with the 2/5. Then we have 5 mana left. Could play.
We can do the
the
combat
Monk.
first, yeah. So let's just clear the board. That's fine with me. And then let me know what feels good here.
Monk feels good. Grizzly feels good as well. I think hiding a Poisonous behind a Taunt is quite powerful.
We still haven't checked him for Shadow Madness, right?
It's true. No.
I'd play the Crusader because that's the one that gets hurt the least for Shadow Madness here. Because he will take it no matter what. So this is a check, right? We check him for the madness here, and that's how you should play against Priest. Should constantly check him for cards. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Holy Water. So he does not have madness, because this is better.
Not right now, at least.
Yeah, not right now.
Monk hero power.
What makes you hero power overused?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
No, I'm asking,
Yeah.
right? I'm not saying
Yeah,
it's right
yeah,
or wrong,
yeah.
but I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. I was holding it for weapons, but Priest doesn't have any weapons. So.
Well, funny enough, you can steal them from us. With Thought Steal
Yeah.
and Oracle. I think even if the Ooze was a Bloodfin Raptor, I would just Monk hero power regardless because of what I said earlier, right? If the Priest isn't going too fast, you want to... Actually, he's got the 2/5, right? But we get the 5/2, yeah. Yeah, I think still just Monk hero power is fine. And then push 5. Because you don't want to put yourself in a position where you run out of cards too fast. So getting the free 1/1 is pretty decent.
Yeah, and we hold.
Yeah, for now.
Awaken, my children.
Uh-oh. Definitely want to kill that one. So we can do that. But we can use Humility first.
Yep, humility, and then tell me how you want to kill it.
Weapon.
Yep, weapon and the ones on the left. And then what else?
Just keeping the Grizzly in hand.
I think I'm fine developing the Grizzly here and just hero powering. Like, we're getting
Okay.
decent value out of it, and this is the matchup where I spoke of where it's not going to be amazing, but it's fine. Like a 5-mana 3/7, that's fine. It's not crazy, that's fine. We're just trying to set up our board, and now we're waiting for our late game hits. Frostwolf Warlord, Silver Sword, Violet Worm, Vine Cleaver. all of
Yeah.
these. Sound the bells. It's another late game hit.
Frostwolf could be good here also. Okay. So we can cleaver and use a dude. Go
Yep.
face.
Cleaver, use a dude, hero power, face with things.
Reporting for duty.
And then we hope he didn't get a Prime Drake.
Job's done.
Yeah. Or a Deathwing or something stupid.
We might kill him before Deathwing, so might be fine. That's what I spoke of, right? He hits the weapon.
I spread the master's will.
Alright, he's dead. Nice. So this is what I meant with it's really good for us to make him Spirit Lash on turn 2. Because imagine Spirit Lash on this board. So he probably thought, I was like, yeah, I'm owning this guy. I killed 3 dudes. But, it's unlikely, Snow. It's unlikely. We'll see.
Oh my god. Yeah, full move.
Yep.
Hunter. Okay.
Wasps are ready.
Oh my. Hunter is a rare sight, right?
Yeah, in the early wins, it's you still see him, right? But if you meet a high win hunter, you're usually pretty scared. That's true.
Hmm. Could coin out a wasp, I think.
We could. I think in this hand I would just make a dude because it feels pretty awkward if you coin out wasps. But it's because you're gonna go wasp into wasp and
Yeah.
the messenger is gonna be a 6/2 after that. So with this we might coin messenger or just wasp. So we'll see.
Hmm.
You can use exclamation mark stats. Everything's there behind the sun. There's leaderboard runs there.
Play the wasp and chill.
I think I would attempt to put the 1/1 into the 4/3 and see if something happens.
Okay.
Because we have
Yeah.
coin messenger, right? So. Yep. And then we just coin messenger, take it out now. And the next turn we can wasp Blights Justice into a 5. Just because usually you don't want messenger in a 6/2 early in the game.
Neither snow nor rain nor witch.
This also gives us the information that we probably just want to play around Wandering Monster.
Yes.
Sure, that's fine.
It's not fine.
Why not?
He killed my dude.
But
Justice
it's all
and-
about how your position is in relation to your opponent, right? And we're doing okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Wasp
Justice
and
and Wasp.
Yep. And we're not hitting, of course. Because of the Wandering. This is the matchup where the Grizzly is going to outperform the Guard. Because he can't really afford to keep a lot of cards in his hand the entire time.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. So we can properly play it next time also.
It's currently a 3/9, which is pretty good. So definitely possible.
Play it. And Yeah, play it and kill the the free.
You can definitely play the Grizzly, yeah. I'm just thinking he picked Wind Fury. Is he gonna Hound Master that and then double hit? I think I would put my face into the Wind Fury and put the 2/2 into the 3/3. And then if he Hound Masters, it goes to 3 HP, meaning he can't double hit. So it's a small hedge versus Pete.
Yeah.
Job's done.
I'm just thinking, you know, why does my opponent do things, right? And that's one of them.
Yeah. It could be that the other two was just unpickable.
Sure. But in that case, we're fine. So
Yeah.
I'd rather play around the case where we're not fine.
Yes. I think I would go into the 2/2 and then play healer.
I think I'd find killing the 3/3 and then putting face into the 2/2 again and playing healer. Because then it kind of does the same thing, right? He either sacrifices it or we get to pick it up with our face.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, kill the 3, play Dark Scale, hit the 2/2.
Now. Job's done.
You don't want to check for explosive, the hammer, because if it's wandering, you've put yourself in a position where you can lose for no reason at all.
My God, Secret Hunter. Okay.
It's kind of the desired result of that pre-hit.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would equip Winecleaver.
I think I would start out by putting the 4/5 into one of the beetles and seeing if it's a Cobra Trap. That's going to affect our decision.
Okay.
So this is not a situation where you have to Vinecleaver, because you have a very nice play with the Earthen Ring on your Grizzly, right?
Yeah.
So I think I would just trade into his 2/3 and then Earthen Ring the Grizzly. Let's look at positioning. You can put the Grizzly in the center. And then you can put Crusader on the far left or something like that. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a mix of playing around everything.
You want to pre-hit that one? No.
No, we're done with that. Like now we just protect our health and close it out slowly.
So it's probably Trap and Monster.
Yeah, I'm just thinking this one over for a moment.
Could go off with the Sound of Bells.
Yeah, I think you bell the Arrogant Crusader once and then face with the 3/3, go from there. We'll just play the game. Face with the 3/3, yep.
Ah.
Yeah, but its explosive is gonna kill it. It's fine.
We could Sound
Bell
of
the
Bell.
bell the Dark Scale once, put the Dark Scale into the Drake. Bell the Grizzly twice. Hit him in the face. Weapon included. Okay. Yeah, sorry, that's hard to coach. Because we need to see, you know, which one spawns, what happens here and there. Cool.
Oops. So we could play the Protector and Silver Sword and attack his Lich King. And
Which path to choose?
I think sell the 6-2. It's not really good. Maybe it's better to Vine Cleaver.
Just thinking about what he could have, right, and how we win.
What would Uther do?
So we're pushing 6 this round. Next turn it's 6 and 2s, 8, 10, 13, 19.
Act now.
You can use the Silver Sword and the Righteous, that's fine, yeah. And then trade the Crusader, push 6 phase.
You go here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. No. Crusader. And then phase. The other one's much more important, right? 6-8 taunt versus 7-3. Okay. We got pretty lucky with his Lich King card.
Yes. Oh. Aha. Play the Thug, the Venomancer, and Hero Power, and attack phase.
You can put the Venomancer far left, Thug, center, and then Hero Power goes on the right, yeah. And then face with face.
Who goes there?
It's just a bit of explosive slash walls. Bit of a mix there. This feels like a Colin Center. Bone Drake, Doctor, Lich King.
Yeah, it doesn't die. Haha.
Masterful.
Okay.
Right. I like the deck. So far we haven't been pressured at all. Ready?
Yeah, I guess that Lich King was kind of the closest it's been so far.
You keep the 1 and 2.
Yep. And then see if we can curve out nicely after that.
Hearthstone. Yeah, it's not really a free. Playing the 1.
Yep. Yeah, we're just curving.
Reporting for duty.
Playing the
Get him
crawl.
crabby. Yeah, this is the same thing, right? Like he coined Arcane Explosion. That's just early. We're fine with that.
Yeah, but you don't want to hero power.
No. Because he coined, right? So he's playing a 2, or he's skipping.
Yeah.
If he skips any things, then yeah. So here, we get rewarded for the crab. It's nice.
There we are. Doesn't make sense to play it now, so we're just playing the Wasp. Go
Yep,
fix.
let's play the Wasp and trade.
You
Alright
wanna
guys, let's turn the chat around to give you guys time to figure out your shit, but I think you've beaten the point to death and beyond. So stop beating the point, it's already dead, Bible Thump. So you can all just relax, get along, and all that good stuff.
As usual. Yeah. Play the Snapjaw.
And do what?
Yeah. It's awkward. Should we sound the bells?
No, Snapjaw's fine, but what are you doing with your crab?
When we have to trade with the 1/1, that's a bit.
I think you do trade with the 1/1, yeah, and just play the Snapjaw.
Act now.
We also trade the 2/3, right?
We chill, we chill.
We shall. Okay.
The Wasp here is the Water Elemental Canceller.
Mm.
Mind if I roll need?
Yeah. Because this is kind of the perfect setup, right? Because your Snapjaw is really good at killing small things, and your Wasp is really good at killing big things.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice little combo we got.
And healer's very good at healing, so.
Yep. Trade the rat, put the healer on the right, and the next turn we can probably pop off with the bells. It's nice.
Flame Strike.
Feels more like Blizzard.
Or Blizzard, yeah. Oh yeah, Blizzard. So should we play the Crusader? We could sound the bells and get them all out of Blizzard range.
I would definitely bells the Snapjaw once and see what happens. Okay. Before we put more eggs on one basket, let's go face with the Snapjaw, see if it's vaporized. Like, we might miss some damage, but I don't care. I think a bells on the Wasp is definitely justified, yeah. Get it out of range. And then I think I just bells the Dark Scale once and go face with the Dark Scale. And that's pretty annoying board for him to deal with. And then we'll keep the Wasp stealth, of course.
Yes.
What fools these mortals be!
Another one. Could be a good Lost Spirit
Yep.
to play.
Let's play the Lost Spirit and see if it's vaporized. Runes. The first one's probably runes or mirror entity. So
What would
let's put it down. So. And they usually would go in the middle, but it's probably runes anyway. I'll call it. Sure, enjoy your Lost Spirits.
And then Crusader.
Crusader far left is fine, yeah.
Do we play the Get Down?
It's probably counterspell, but I'm okay playing it just to get the information, because then we know we have to play around Vapor now. Yeah. So, tell me how you want to trade.
The 5/6.
No, I think he used the Wasp and pushed
You would
the rest
use?
of the phase.
Okay.
Yeah. He gets to ping it, but it's whatever. This is the point where we just cash it in, and if you use the Dark Scale, he can Flame Strike, and you're only left with a 2/2. It's not good.
Oh yeah.
So now we have some stuff left.
Oh, hello. Yeah, we equip it and go.
I don't think it's lethal. Let's see, right? I think we're one off.
3 and 10, yeah.
So I think because we're one off, I'd probably just worm on the left, go face, because it feels like the worm is more difficult to deal with than Silver Sword.
Okay.
Silver Sword, I don't know. he oozes it or whatever. I don't know. I think you win with both lines. I just think this one is slightly harder to beat.
Someday I'll be just
Yeah.
like you.
For instance, he does that, and then, you know, we can't attack his face. Yeah. Hit the 2-2, baby. Oh, that's rigged. I call rigged. Alright, so weapon a taunt, ghoul and a taunt, 8 phase, GG. Cool. You can queue up and just quickly go into the bathroom.
Yep.
Well played. You win.
Arthas versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
For Lordaeron.
Alright. What do we got here?
Yeah, I'm keeping the croc and maybe the thug. I don't know about the thug.
I think Croc and Thug is fine. Yep. Fine Palad's Justice, it's quite powerful.
That's too soon.
Not bad, not bad.
Reality woven.
Righteous.
He pings, he trades.
Yeah, it's not so cool. So we coin the croc then.
Yeah, I like coin Croc. Even if it means we righteous onto... We probably won't, we'll probably just coin Croc and maybe hero power, maybe lost spirit.
Now.
Yes. Lost spirits. We trade, he trades. Well,
Which
I
path
think we
to
play
choose?
the protection, trade the 2-2. And then we have the same issue as before, but we still have a 2-1.
We must act now.
You can trade the 2-2, that's fine.
So it's better to hero power.
You can play Righteous. Righteous is fine. Righteous makes it so that he, even though he kind of already wants the hero power, it kind of locks him into hero powering. Whereas if you don't play the Righteous, he might just go like trade lone champion or something like that.
I cast arcane missile.
Trade by my boy. Yeah. You can't ping as well, silly. Come on. Just accept that you got a really good hit and move on.
Playing the wasp is not really accomplishing anything great. I think we have to sacrifice the thug.
Interesting. I think it's definitely wasp. I think what you're going for is you're trying to deal with the immediate board state rather than dealing with the game in its entirety here. Because if you play wasp, it becomes a lot harder for him to jam a good minion here, right?
Oh yeah.
Because essentially what you're doing is you're trading your turn 3 for making his turn 4 weird. And then you're on 28, you can accept these minions hitting your face. And then you can play Tolvir next turn, and Tolvir has a good matchup versus these little guys. So what the Wasp is doing, it's kind of just paving the way for the Tolvir. Okay. I mean, that's okay. That means our Wasp killed his turn 4. Wow, that's amazing. But this is what I mean, right? This is what Wasp does. It makes things awkward for people. Because he may have had a water elemental, and he's like, I'm not playing my water elemental into that, screw that. And we're like, okay, don't play your water elemental. Give us the board.
Yeah, so very good point. So Tolvir?
Now we just played a Tolvir. Yep. So that's just looking a turn ahead rather than saying, okay, Wasp doesn't deal with the board very well. It's like, Wasp allows me to get my Tolvir out, and then Tolvir can deal with the board. So.
Yeah.
Seems he's got Blizzard. Just from the way how he's like what I think is that he expects us to use Tolvir into the Phoenix, putting our Tolvir to 2, and then he Blizzards to kill the Wasp. Because otherwise the ping face is very suspicious.
Yeah, so what we do is to trade with the Wasp into the 3/3, then kill his 1/1.
Yeah, Wasp into the 3 for sure. And then I'm not sure if we can afford to kill the 1/1, because we've just taken away his Blizzard, right? He's not going to want to do it anymore. So I think you're fine to play Venomancer and kill the 2/1, just because I'm really worried about my health. I want to minimize the damage. Because he's not going to Blizzard, right? And if he Blizzards, like, whatever. The Blizzard doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that we weren't going to free kill and then let him Blizzard our Wasp. Okay, whatever, right? You know, let him do that. Like, he gains the armor, but he just used Blizzard. He basically just used Blizzard as a cleave. Right? Like, he dealt 2 damage to 2 things.
So we just play out the Crusader and Lost Spirit.
Yeah, Crusader and the Lost. And unfortunately we might just lose to his Pyroblast, but that's just...
Dead gorgeous.
And then Lost somewhere in the center is fine.
Here there is no light.
Job's done.
Dead gorgeous.
The frost wolves stand ready.
Wow, he is face hungry. Holy shit.
Play out.
Snapjaw far left for sure. Just trying to get the positioning right for left for sure. Just trying to get the positioning right for Meteor. So these are gone. I think Thug far right makes more sense. Yep. And then Poison into the 5/5, 1/1 into the 1/1, 6 phase. And now the race begins. And we kill him before he burns our face.
We have a bit of healing if we can get it.
Ooh, the red one tastes like cherries.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think we can afford to attack with a face into the 8/8.
What would Uth
I do not think so either.
Sorry?
I don't think we can use our face onto that one either.
No. So we can equip the 8/8.
Say again?
We can equip the sword, and.
So what does the sword do for us right now?
Yeah, nothing much. So we keep Wine Cleaver.
Let me count for a moment. 16, 19,
must act now?
it's here.
Which path to choose?
13, 20, 24. Play the worm, trade the thug in the 6/2, go 3 phase. This one's tough. I think, like, I didn't get enough time to, like, properly think it through, but there's a world where you ignore and go for the race.
That was our 2 weapon happy minions.
Yeah, okay, we win the one race, good. You'd sort his face? Yeah, I didn't have enough time to actually math it out, Tara, whether it makes sense or not. Would have sucked, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
What would Uther
Hero
do?
power Frostwall. Or we can Vine Cleaver and kill his minion.
So if he has Pyroblast, we lose no matter what. So let's assume he doesn't have it.
Path to
What's the best play if he doesn't have Pyroblast?
You can also play Sword and kill his minion.
Sword, kill it, you're at 10, 2 buffed minions, next turn you spread.
Must act now.
Yeah, I just sword and kill it. Not with the sword coming in, Cyclog. Also, don't be like that. I hate those comments. Just play the worm already, so don't do that.
Play the 2/5 mana. Go face.
Well, he's got a secret, right? So.
Yeah,
Which path to choose?
he's got a secret. So we can play the charger first. No.
I'm just thinking, right, if it's entity, it gets real weird. But do we set it up?
Which path to choose?
Yeah, I think you do play the charger and then the warlord.
Pray.
Must act now.
Okay, warlord to his face.
Stand ready.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Don't have any burn. No burn.
Well, fireball's fine, right?
Okay.
Looks like he didn't do the math.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 17, and 7. That's 24, and 3. That's 27.
Yep. Face with face, kill.
What would Uther do?
He's like, I'm at 27. There's no way I'm dead. Oh, that sword is a pyroblast. Maybe I am dead. 3 over lethal? No, exact seize. Man.
Who would have thought?
Victory or death for Lordaeron.
Interesting. I think I would just keep the Nappin because the other 2 trees are not as playable. on
I would
free.
still FOMO and try to find the 1 or 2
Okay.
for our deck. Right, over Pally. 20! Holy shit. Okay, that's young. I would have gone for 24, if you must know. Alright.
Job's done.
Congrats, Cosmin. Enjoy it, man.
Armor made to fit.
Just
I like
hero
how we
power.
hard milled for our early game. That really paid off.
Yeah. Hero power. Oh, nothing.
Yeah, hero power is fine. We'll give him armor. Wow, Cosmin, dude, you're too kind. Enjoy your day, my man. Thank you so much for another 1,000 bits. Hope you have an amazing day, my man.
Wasp.
Yep. We waspin. Do you sleep? Yeah, dude. Like, I think I even slept for 7.5 hours. Yeah. I just don't do anything else, right? I stream, then I eat, then I sleep. That's how we do.
Stone Shaper. Because that's...
Would you use the wasp into the taunt or not?
What would Uther do?
I think it will be alright because if he has to trade, that is fine.
I think he's given it to us and I never enjoy taking it, right? So I would go Tolvir because I think that he might want to Blood Razor. And then after the wasp kills the 1/4, Blood Razor would be pretty good for him.
Empires fall.
So you will hold.
I would hold. I always try to make a play that's as annoying as possible for the opponent. And, you know, even though on this board it'd be okay, based off what he might be playing. Yeah, this is what I mean, right? Like, Wasp will do this to people where they will start to play... Like, he's played 2 Silverback Patriarchs, turn 3 and turn 4. So it's just... It's so incredibly slow.
The Grizzly won't even be that good. I think that's a bit awkward. So either we could, yeah, 3 possibilities: the 2/2/2s, the 2 manas, or the 4 mana, or the 5 mana. 1, 3, 6, 3, 3, 6. I think I could go with the Grizzly here.
I think the way how it's looking, I would just Snapjaw and pre-hit with a 3/5 into one of the turtles and chill. And the next turn I'd probably pop off with bells. Which makes the pre-hit a little weird, but I think the pre-hit is good because it means that you don't have to bells next turn. Whereas if you don't pre-hit, then I would hold as well. Yeah. Whereas if you don't pre-hit, then it becomes a bit weird.
I will purify the fallen.
Okay. For that reason alone. It's okay.
So bells the 2/7 ones. Bells.
I'm gonna play this one if you don't mind. Just looking at it,
sure.
because we need to consider a lot of things here.
Yeah.
I think the wasp kills the 1/6, the 3/4 kills the 1/3, 2 bells on the Snapjaw killing the 5/4, and then considering allocating the last bell on the wasp to make Blood Razor a little worse. But we can count that out, we have time. So another one on the Snapjaw would make the execute a little too good. So I think I would just slap it on the wasp, yeah. And then tell him, your turn, buddy, see what he can do. So that's just thinking of, okay, what can our opponent do? What are we going to do? So the setup for the bells was me just looking at, okay, if we bells on 6 into Vine Cleaver, then we can hold that Grizzly to defend us later. And I don't think we could have held any longer because our opponent was going to start chipping away at our health, especially now that he played that Valkyr, putting 5 damage on the board. Okay. Cool. Oh, nice. So he's got to double trade the Wasp. So I think what we did was we made things very awkward for the opponent. I think it paid off pretty big. Because, yeah, the board is looking way better for us now 2 turns after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
So she's all yours again.
Yeah, we can kill it, but I don't think we want to. Or do we? We could.
So what do you think
just
about
play, yeah, we could just play Wasp and Monk and chill.
So he will then use his 4-10 into the millhouse, leaving it with a 4-6.
Mm-hmm.
You still happy using the Wasp into that? Wouldn't be terrible, right? But, I mean, if we just Vine Cleaver here, use the Snapjaw and the 3-3, push face with the millhouse, I feel that's better. That means the Vine Cleaver is equipped, we don't have to do that anymore. We summon 2 1/1s, the millhouse stays alive, and we push for face.
You don't want to keep the 4-6 alive?
Well, the 4-6 will live, which is why it's hitting. So the 3-3 and the Snapjaw kill this guy, and then you keep the 4-2. And then go face with the millhouse.
Oh yeah.
Here it comes! And then we're just waiting for his hand to become a little emptier, so that the Grizzly can start doing its thing.
Yep. So I think the healer and the Wasp kill this guy with the weapon, and yeah, it doesn't matter.
It matters a little bit, as in the Snapjaw can get executed.
Yeah.
So I would use a Snapjaw in our face, and then go from there. And you can go face with our minions. So now that the healer isn't really doing anything, we can talk about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I want to keep space up for dudes.
I think I would play the Wasp and the Monk, and then he's probably going to Warpath 4 times. And then we can use our healer to heal back up the Monk.
Yeah. We had 9. Wow.
Yep. But we can always whip out the Grizzly and heal our face if we need to.
Silver Sword, where are you?
So he doesn't have Warpath. That's pretty good stuff. That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah. Maybe he has.
It's possible.
Possible. I think I would use my free dudes to kill his minions.
What's your mana doing?
Just play out. Just play out really. The lost the Croc and the Napper. If we have room, I don't know.
I would put the Cobalt Monk into the 2-1 and 2 dudes into the 3-2 and play the healer.
Okay.
And then play the healer. And then play the Lost and Hero Power.
Here there is no light.
And just face with the dudes.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
as opposed to not playing the healer, or what do you mean?
Yeah, I would have put the dudes in to make more room so I could attack with the weapon. But
I mean,
maybe.
you see how that's kind of. Well, okay. Well. That's a good question. We'll touch on it after the game. Let's focus on the game for now.
Yeah, put the Lord Spirit in first of all.
Not first of all, no.
No.
What do we do before that?
Okay, yeah. We swing, so we put a dude in and swing.
No.
Then you have to help me. The righteous.
Just play the grizzly. Play the grizzly. Then put the lost spirit in. Then trade a dude. Then go face with the rest except your wasp. And then play Napper Hero Power. You keep wanting to swing, but like, what's the point, right? We can fill our board like this, so. That's kind of my point I had earlier. It's, you can sacrifice dudes to make space on the board to then use your weapon to spawn more dudes. Or you can just not sacrifice your dudes. Do you see the point?
Yeah. So
he's dead. Good. Take him out. It's going down.
get down.
So that's just the thing that you need to get used to, right? It's something that you've done over and over again, where you're like, okay, so I first attack my minions, so then I can attack with my face.
Whoa! Now we have the mirror then.
I will fight with honor for Lordaeron.
So keeping the Napper and Justice.
Absolutely. Yep. Light's Justice is crazy in the mirror.
Good thing we got.
Insanely good.
And a 2 drop as well. Very good stuff.
Well met. Hail and well met.
But first of all, we play the Righteous. We couldn't even coin Justice as well.
You're getting there. This is a tricky one. So you could do that, but if you're gonna coin, why not coin the Croc? And then next turn go with the weapon and the Righteous. That's what I like more, coin the Croc. Because now there is truly almost nothing where we're afraid. If our opponent does a 2-3, you just equip your Justice, kill it. If he plays a 3-2, you equip your Justice, put 1 damage into his guy, play the Righteous to block him off. If he makes a dude, the game is practically over, you know, so it's just, there's so much freedom we have by coining Crocodile. There's almost no move he can make where it's not bad for him.
Well, like that one. Oh. Get down. I cannot say it. You have to say it.
Get down! Alright, let's focus on the Hearthstone now. So.
Yeah, we just play out the Justice and...
We'll equip the Justice and attack his guy with our face, and then see what happens.
Yeah. Nothing. Okay.
Yep. And then we'll kill it, and it'll probably spawn with Redemption, but that's fine. And then we'll put the Protector... Oh, okay.
Not even? Okay.
So... I hope for you that's not Repentance, my man. Oh, wrecked. Why would you do that on a 2-drop?
Yeah. Because he had one mana.
Maybe he had a buff for the wax, right? And he thought, okay, we're gonna be fine. Oh my man.
That's a buff. Okay.
Yeah, I could see it, right? I could see it. He was thinking, okay, so my wax is gonna get buffed, and then my face will kill the Repentance thing. But man, did that not work out for him. Okay.
What would Uther do?
It's either Napper or Lost Spirit, of course, but...
So what makes more sense based on the hand?
Yeah, we could play Napper now and then Lost Spirit hero power next turn.
Exactly. Yep. We just go Napper, face with our minions, hold the weapon.
I love
V-Torms, you're like, I don't know, a year late, my man. That secret hasn't been in Arena for a very long time.
Which one?
What's it even called again? It buffs all your minions +1/+1 at the start of your turn.
Ah, yeah. Command something.
So yeah, something. something stuff. Yeah.
Commander something. Oh, commanding, yeah.
Competitive spirit, that's the one.
Competitive, okay. 3/1 Napper and face and righteous.
We are going to get destroyed by consecration. So you could play Lost Spirit Hero Power. We can start with that, and then I want to think about it a little longer.
what would Uther
So what does consecration do right now? He consecrates. Our 1/1s get buffed. It's really not that bad, whereas if we pre-trade for him, it gets weird.
act now?
I think I would just put my face into his 5/5, but go face with my minions. Because I think consecration is better if we do the trading for him. Because the Napper was played before the Lost Spirit, so the Napper will proc first, and then we will get 2/1s.
Very cunning.
Just because I saw the consecration and I was like, oh my god, that's so bad for it.
Yeah.
Baleful Banker, sure.
Well, we go in with Spirit, but we play Grizzly first.
Which path to choose?
Grizzly, Lost
Grizzly
Spirit.
first is fine, and then take it one step at a time. Which minion should we always kill off first here?
We have to kill the Taunt.
Sure.
Oh, you mean our minion?
Yes.
Yeah. Napper.
Yes, Napper goes in. So, and then we can talk. So it makes sense. You go here, you go here, you go here, I suppose, yeah. So, how does it feel?
Act now.
It feels like Lost Spirit.
Yeah, Spirit goes in, and then what?
Then kill his 5/2.
Yep. And then you can pre-hit the 2/2, that's fine with me. We have enough health, and it means that he might have to just sack it into the Grizzly to prevent the face from killing it.
Yep.
How would you not put the stone on the new deck? I don't know, guys.
Path to choose.
Could put our face and all the rightmost minions in. To the Etten, kill it. And we have a 2/1.
Are you killing his banker or not?
What would Uther do?
I think not.
Okay.
Maybe because it's Steed.
You can put the 4/9 in and heal. You can start with that. Because that's always happening. So play to heal.
Act now.
I think I agree. I think it's we use our face, the Pyro, and the 2/1. And then just let him have his 2/1, that's fine. Because he could have steeded before. And even if he steeds now, it's no match. And that's what I mean with steed, right? Where, like, I don't know, it feels like it doesn't do as much as people think it does. Because, like, he steeds here, and you're literally going, like, sure, I'll just kill it. It's fine. It'll take me a little longer. My guys will take a little damage, but it doesn't matter.
So we could Wine Cleaver. Yeah, why not just Winecleaver and go full face?
What would Uther do?
Oh, no. Does it make
I
sense?
definitely do
to
like the
go-
Vinecleaver. Vinecleaver's coming out for sure. And I think the Grizzly killing the 2-1 is a good start as well. And then we have time. So we can go full face, but if he then top decks a steed, you're in trouble. Like, that's not a pretty steed to kill. So I would just use face and the 2-1 to kill at push 4 and just, you know, let the game reach its natural conclusion where you're on the board, you have Silver Sword and Bells in your hand, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Even if he gets the Prime Drake here, you kill it with face and the Drake and the healer, you play some stuff, the turn after you play Silver Sword, it's cool. Or you might go for some Bells here or something like that.
Okay.
You can kill it with Bells. Just build something and we're good. Ding ding ding. So I do like that you thought about full face because it does mean, and in certain situations I think that's going to be correct because you don't want to give him the chance of getting a good dragon. But there was no dragon there, that was something you couldn't handle, and if he did end up top decking the steed on the Bone Drake, that becomes an 8 power minion, so that is absolutely relevant. That would be very annoying to kill.
I will fight with honor for Lordaeron.
Okay. I'm thinking about keeping this sword. I must
You're
admit.
thinking about keeping a sword.
Yeah.
It's not the right matchup to keep a sword.
Okay.
I think the only thing we might keep here is Napper.
Okay.
Thinking about it. It's because a 1-drop on 1 is huge in this matchup, as demonstrated.
Yeah.
So I think I would go for the full mull, and I think I'd look for the 1.
Well met.
Alright, that's just gonna happen sometimes, right? So having a Napper would obviously be nice now, but you have Rygul, so you have something to play. And we're also starting to, you know, be in the big boy territory here where our opponents will not just roll over. So I will, depending on the quality of the deck, I will aggressively mulligan for specific cards. And the reason why we don't keep Silver Sword in this matchup is because the match is not decided by Silver Sword. The match is decided much earlier than Silver Sword comes down.
Oh, yeah. But it's good to see that he doesn't have anything either.
Yep.
So I would just hero power.
Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, we got a fairly poor hand with the full mull, which can happen. But if we had hit a 1-drop, we could have also already won the game. So.
I don't need any of you.
If we coin Crusader does not make sense. I think I'll just play the free one.
It's a tough situation to be in, and it's a very dangerous one. We can lose the game very fast from this position. I think I would coin the messenger and hit his shield, and then have a 2-4 against a 2-4, and then next turn probably Crusader. But yeah, it's we need to be very alert from this point on, because Pally v Pally is incredibly snowbally, because we're both trying to do the same thing, and the first guy that gets to do it probably will win. So we'll see if we can avoid getting hit. That's good. It's just a low tempo play.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
How do they always fucking do this, man? Like last time as well, my opponent plays Ravencaller and has like the perfect Righteous Protector. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, I guess you plant that out.
Well, this is pretty much over, as you said.
There is still a chance, right? We'll play the Crusader. If he ignores, the Ghostly Charger can kill, and then Crusader can free kill the 1/1, and then maybe. But yeah, he's in a good spot. He's in a good spot. That's for sure.
Put this apple on your head.
Reporting for duty.
It's justice, why?
Why now? Play the Rust minion and crush him.
I'd play the Venomancer in case of Steed. Because the poison will kill the Steed. Because obviously once you have this kind of a board, Steed is just fine, you know. And there wasn't really a minion we could play that would deny him second at Hive Queen, so it's fine.
Come, my pretty birds.
It's got a theme deck. Alright. Look, I swear, it feels like the Ravencaller is rigged, as in it summons better minions than it should. It's either that or the 1-drops in the pool right now are incredible.
Oh, yeah.
GG, I was the abusive. Oh.
Onward, Snuffle Snout.
Now he follows up with the silver swords.
Crazy. Interesting, he didn't free kill.
I must move quickly.
Charge and justice.
Yep. Play the Charger, see what happens. Let's hope it's Repentance. Try to trade with the Charger. And then we'll kill his... Don't think it matters. I think just one of the 2 ones. That's fine. I guess in case he's got heal. Yeah.
He's having the zoo.
When Earth moves, empires fall.
What a clown fiesta, man. Oh my
Reporting for
god.
duty.
Nice to meet you.
Alright, let's concede. Yeah, it's over. Unfortunately.
The battle is over. You win. Arthas versus Valera.
Watch your back.
For Lordaeron.
I'm thinking even if we had all our stuff ready, I think we would have a hard time beating that deck.
Well, no, I mean, that game's very different if you have a 1-drop. Because you start your snowball instead.
Full mode.
Mm-hmm. Get down, not exactly a premium secret versus rogue.
Job's done.
So versus Rogue, the dynamic is a bit different. You're not going to get ahead versus them, kind of no matter what you do. So it's a lot more about just trying to survive rather than trying to push them early.
Yeah.
What would Uther do?
Does it matter to play the Lost in the
Yeah,
jump?
we'll just hero power. Like, the early game is already over. That doesn't mean we lose the game, right? But we skip turn 1 and he had them all as a rogue. So rogues are already really difficult to beat in the early game because they have their hero power and yeah. So the strategy for this game is to just try to hang on and run him out of steam, right? Maybe Ghostly Charger will probably be pretty good. Messenger will probably be pretty good. Vine Cleaver will probably be amazing. So that's our strategy now.
Yeah. Playing the, what do you call that? Rygel?
Fragle's a little easier for him to deal with because he can just bop and the board is clear. We don't have a buff in our hand, but our opponent doesn't know that. So I would play the Napper and I would invite him to hero power to clear our board. Because even at 7 wins, sometimes people will go out of their way and make a worse play just because they're paranoid about the Paladin having anything on the board. And this is why, you know, we talked about Snapjaw being okay. Is people will, you know, this guy might eviscerate the Snapjaw and throw in 3 additional damage just because he's scared of us having Blessing of Kings or Bells. It doesn't mean that's bad play by him. That's just a luxury we have as Paladin, and it's one we should definitely use to our advantage. Continuously make our opponent nervous of having a buff and us swinging the board. And the Vrygul just means it's easier for him to clear. He just trade and he can play things. That speaker? Feels like a dead speaker.
I sense your
So he will not fall into the trap here of overclearing. Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty weird.
We would like to play the Messenger, but not as a 6-2. Right?
Yeah, not yet.
So just play this Snapjaw.
Yep, Snapjaw kill the 2-1, and we do actually have the punish now. We have the bells, so there is an option. We might just bells if he doesn't kill it.
Bells and Lost. It's pretty good.
Yep, or Messenger as a 2-6. We'll see what he's got.
Look at it snapping.
So many options.
How's the spread for 10?
82, yes. Okay. That's pretty high for this deck, I would say. I think after that Paladin game, there was a reality check, and a lot of the S-boys was like, okay, maybe not. Because it's an okay deck, but it's, as I said, it is by no means a premium Paladin. Hey Stein, what up, my man?
I think it's too early to play bells because we need more stuff. So I would play Messenger and Lost and go into his 3-2 with the jabber. Snapjaw. And yeah, it's
a tough one. I'm still looking at it.
What would Uther do?
I don't think it's Messenger. It's either Crusader or Bells. So I'm just going over it. Boom, boom. Bells don't really make sense, so I would play Lost and then Arrogant Crusader on an edge, and then kill the 3-2, and then throw the board at him, see what he does.
yeah. It went. It was weird with the Messenger because it couldn't do anything.
The thing is, I feel at this stage of the game, the messenger is probably better off being a fireball. And we slow the game down by just exchanging a turn with him. Looks like he's not touching the 5-2. Okay.
Okay. Could play the croc and the messenger. But
Croc is fine, you can put him down, and then I'm still debating what else we do. This feels so weird, but we might just bells once. Donk, to kill us 2-3.
Act now.
The other one is kill us 1-2 and Rygo.
Which path to choose?
yeah,
I think we could play the Rygo and kill the 1-2. Yeah, tough decision.
In the best shape of my life.
Like, I'm saving the bells, and I don't think it's a good idea, but I just don't see it doing enough right now. Hopefully we're still putting enough, like, awkward stuff on the board. That feels just strictly worse than killing the 5-1. But I guess he's got a damage for that somehow. Yeah. Yeah, the positioning was bad, but there's no real time to do it properly. So. There's no great positioning there though, so don't worry too much about it. The betrayal is always going to suck. Because you can even put 5 in the middle and he can just full ignore it then. And just betrayal go face. So
yeah.
there's no great play there.
What would Uther do?
Messenger, wasp.
Yep. Wasp in the center and kill us 2-1s. Actually, let's...
Neither snow nor rain nor
Okay, never
witch.
mind. Yeah. Kill it 2-1. The messenger was always killing it 2-1. The croc might have been better off killing it 1-2 because of the dagger.
Yeah.
That's fine. The lone would have free killed it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you can see how, you know, even though we're in a bad spot, he's slowly running out of cards. So you're kind of getting there, right? Like, just one push at a time. That's cheat death, almost guaranteed, by the way. Because he's very happy to put the Valspine down and have it go back to his hand.
Yep. We could bells the wasp twice, play monk.
I think you bells the wasp once and hit his 2-4 and see what happens.
Yeah.
So it's either Bell's Monk or Dark Scale Healer. Wasp is going to end up with 4 health regardless.
You'll just play kill it with his own
It will
wasp.
be the same. So it's about the same outcome. I think I would prefer just the healer then. Just because the monk is a little bit better on its own. And the 4-5 gives us a kill on the 3-4 if we want it.
Yes.
Whereas the monk wouldn't necessarily allow for that. Well, you shouldn't take too long of a break, Erigdar, if you want good results. Just take a small one. You know, don't eat too much either. Don't have like a huge lunch and then expect to do well, right?
Oh, play out in Hero Power.
Hero power for sure, monk on the right for sure, and then we can see whether the protector is good here or not. So protector currently dies to face in the Valspine or face in the 412. What do we do? What does he do? He kills our 4/5 with Sleepy and Dagger. Okay, protector's fine. Yep.
Where?
Somewhere in the center. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
The light dims.
And then just pass. Because right now what we're hoping for is Violet Worm, Silver Sword, Vine Cleaver, Witchwood Grizzly, maybe even Frostwolf Warlord, one of those cards.
I don't need any of you.
No, looks like it's over. Unfortunate. Okay, play out, pass. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is just, you know, it's a bad matchup to begin with, and our opponent had a Dire Maul on turn 1 as a rogue. That's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, it's incredible what it means.
Yeah, if anything, I think this run absolutely showcases the importance of early game in Paladin and versus Paladin.
He doesn't stop trading.
Just the Grizzly top deck, right? I think that's the only thing. Nope, that's definitely not it. GG.
Well played. The battle is over. You win.
Classic.
I will fight with honor for Lordaeron.
Yeah.
Wow, these are all 4 cards we would have really wanted the last game. Damn.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like
That hurts. That hurts.
rub it in our face. It says
So full mall, right? Look
Yeah.
for the Lights Justice. Okay, Crawler's something. I don't think keeping the get down makes a difference there, Gary. Not the way how that game went.
pass.
Yep, ideally you coin the crab, but we do not have that luxury with this hand. That's good news though, he passed turn 1 and made it do turn 2.
Roller.
Yep.
The sun has set for me.
Sure.
Coin monk.
That wouldn't be bad, but I think based on the hand, I would probably go with Wasp and kill a 2/2.
Uther do?
And then he can't kings the 2/1 and one-shot the monk or anything like that. If he consecrations, that's totally fine. This means that we have the option to just follow the curve and coin Vine Cleaver, which could be really good.
Oh yeah.
So it's a bit more of a special case. It's just where I feel that the coin doesn't really do enough for us on that particular turn.
Okay.
But we will definitely evaluate that turn to turn, right? Like we can formulate a game plan, but that doesn't mean we can deviate from it.
Which path to choose?
So protector and coin the monk.
I like it. Protector, coin the monk. Yep.
The light dims, but we fight.
I'll see it when it's here, Exodus. We need to feel it.
I am one with the candle.
And we don't go in.
No, we just chill.
Sneaky. So he will regain the shield.
No, he's not damaged. He might think that's what's gonna happen, but he's not damaged. It's the same with Light Warden.
Okay, so we can kill with the Wasp the 4/5 and kill the 4/3 with our monk.
I'd probably just get the charger to kill the 4/3, but other than that, it's the same. Yep.
Okay.
Which path?
Shady outsmarted you, my friend.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if that's what he thought what would happen, right? But it would have been annoying. Yeah.
What you looking at?
Crusader and lost.
Yep. Crusader lost, hit him in the face, and hope he doesn't steed that. But in case he does, we'll have a huge loss. So it's kind of win-win, right? So he either doesn't have steed, or he doesn't consecrate you here, and you get a Flank Lever lost turn.
Must I slay you again?
Yes, more Divine Shield minions.
So, what do you want to do?
I want to equip the Wine Clipper.
Yep. Flank Lever to 6/4, and then what else?
Probably kill off the Lost Spirits.
Doesn't really do anything here, right? Yeah. Okay, he's done. I would have probably just traded with the pony and go face for 6 and keep the spirit and next turn pop it.
Versus Malfurion.
I must protect the world. For Lordaeron.
I mean, we have a couple of turns to get a free drop, so I think I would keep all in.
We're definitely keeping the 1 and the 2.
Yeah.
As for the monk, thinking about it.
It's a pretty good card.
Yeah, we can keep all. Keep all. Yep, you know what to adjust this. Well, pass. I know I said that wrong, but it's usually just how I say certain cards.
So what's the plan for today?
Say again?
What's the plan for today? Is Colin's coming on?
Yep.
Late?
Yep. Calls is coming on.
Just play the 2/3.
Yep. And then he's gonna get a 5/1, and then we'll take 5. Or he's gonna play Mark of the Wild, and we're screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, feels like we're screwed. Okay.
Well, that's good.
So he's not going for a lone champion next turn. We know that.
How do you know that?
Because he's gonna have a 1/1 left, right?
Oh,
If he had a lone champion, he would have hero powered.
Time waits for no one.
Time waits for no one. Oh my
hello.
god. We don't deserve that top deck, but we'll take it, yep. Thug and kill a 5/1.
why don't we deserve it?
Because we kept the monk and it was greedy and bad.
My fact.
But yeah, that draw was amazing.
That's
Probably
what I
the
said.
best
We have
card
a
in our
couple
deck.
of turns to draw
Yep.
a free drop, right?
Ooh, I would have pre-traded that.
Yeah. Kill the 1/1.
Kill the 1/1, kill the 3/2, and then we'll see which minion's better here.
Monk. I would play Monk.
I'd probably play the Crusader just because I want to have more power to keep the Thug alive.
Okay, so...
Let's say our opponent plays Ascension, right? You can deal
Starfall,
with that.
something.
So it's just the Crusader gets to trade with... sorry, what did you say?
I'm drunk dead.
I said Starfall.
Starfall's 5 mana, so you can't do that yet.
Not yet. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not going.
Because the Thug is going to only be on 2 health for 1 turn, right? It's going to get healed by our hit.
Spectacular.
Spectacular.
You have my gratitude.
I concede.
Okay.
What I have to do for a coaching session? Read the coaching command, or just scroll down and check it out there.
Yeah, we throw everything but lost.
Yeah, keep the lost. Oh, thank you, ISOG. I didn't see it.
So, I suck or I suck?
I'm going with ISOG.
Yeah, lost.
Yep, still lost. Too slow, Shady.
Reporting for duty.
Kind of playing the game here, ISOG.
Nice. Croc.
Yep. Croc and push 1.
Could be a little telegraph, but I think we could play Get Down and coin the Braggle, then pre-hit. And go face for 2.
I think I would just bells the Croc twice and trade with the coin.
Okay.
And then we can always do that next turn if the Get Down is good. Wasn't terrible to do it the other way around. I think it's you're not guaranteed Bell's value versus mages, so I'll take it early and get the lead going.
Because of secrets, you mean?
No, I mean they can wipe your board and stuff, right? So it's a lot better.
Would like to play the Get Down here.
Which path to
To prevent him from free killing.
Well, you have something better to prevent him from free killing.
I do. Oh yeah, humility.
Yep, just humility as guy and then double trade to play the Braggle. It's just it's pretty powerful. And then at the end of turn 4, you have a 4/3 and a 3/1 versus nothing. It's pretty powerful.
It's not too bad.
Yep.
Hey. Get Down and Monk.
Yep. Monk it down, push 3.
I am one with the candle.
There it is. That's the get down moment we were looking for.
Yeah.
Because it was okay earlier, but we could do better, and we did do better. So.
didn't fall for it. I think maybe the 2 taunt minions and just go face.
If you play the 2 taunt minions, he will use his Wasp in the Grizzly after checking for get down with the Conjure.
What would
We can really kill it. Yeah, then we should probably play the Crusader and Hero Power.
Crusader for sure. Face with the 2/2 for sure. Now let's talk about it.
I'm drunk?
It's either Hero Power or Righteous.
I must act now.
Yeah, so Righteous.
I think I'd go Righteous, and I think I pre-hit the Conjure. It's a bit of a tough call.
Get down!
But yeah, this is a match where we are definitely looking for Worm, Sword, Fine Cleaver. Those. The deck ended up still a little bit too light, but if we had not drafted the early game when we did, then we would have gotten in trouble a lot earlier in the run. So.
Yeah.
Okay,
So yeah, Hero Power and Grizzly.
Oh, and then we just trade the Wasp and the Rock and hope we get there.
Reporting for duty.
We could actually, let's see, what happens when we hold? It's probably not pretty, right? Wasp will kill the 3/7, 2/1 will kill, yeah, it's not pretty at all. Yeah, so the 5 and the 2 need to go into the 7 and the 3/4 needs to go into the Wasp.
Yeah.
Because if we give him the option to make the trades, it's gonna get way worse for us. It'll depend on what he's got here. That is a good start. We like to see that. Alright, weapon kill 2 things, and let's hope. No weapon destruction, and we have a chance.
Do you want to go weapon now?
Yeah, for sure, right? Because the next turn we get to buff 2 things, minimum. I mean, we're not in a position where we're going to get an amazing silver sword on the first hit, so we need to...
Oh, that is true.
We need to take what we can get. And that's what I mean with it's perfect Teddy played Chain Gang there. Yeah. Teddy, yeah, this is obviously a lot worse for us.
Except. Okay, so we just play out and chill.
Play the cards for sure, but put your face into the Mastodon, because otherwise you're not going to get there. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, but I have the poison, right? I don't need to hit. But if you do it this way, you can just kill it with your face on the swing back and use your poison in something else. Because we have health, but we don't have cards, so we need to be careful with our cards. Yep. And you're still not favored in this particular at this particular stage of the game.
Oh no.
We have a chance, whereas before it would be a lot tougher.
Mind if I roll
Yeah, you can see why it was a good idea
to pre-hit.
To pre-hit, because now, even though you're still on a bad spot, if he doesn't have burn, you might have a shot. Yeah, so dude, Crusader, kill the 6/2 and pray.
I'm
Yeah.
dead gorgeous.
You cannot continuously have stuff, so chill boy, chill boy.
Well, if he can't kill us, he needs to trade because we threaten lethal. So that's at least something that's going in our favor here.
I wonder.
The downside is all he needs to do is trade one guy, and that's fine. Because now it's no longer lethal. Okay. Well, we got good trades. We'll see. Okay. Okay.
Dude and Wasp.
Dude and Wasp, yeah. You can put the Wasp between the 5/7 and the 4/7. And then how do you proceed here? And take your time.
I think I would kill the Rotten Alpenbone with my 5/7. And then go face, and then trade his guy with my 4/7.
So 5/7 into the 4/5, 4/7 into the 3/6.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, you can start with that, but don't swing face yet. This is what I mean. This is the part where you have to slow down and think, right? Why are we hitting his face? This is Divine Cleaver all over again, right?
Oh yeah.
So there's no need to dump this charge. You just chill.
Okay.
You need to be a little greedier at this stage of the game. And if he finds a Flame Strike, well, he would have cleared anyway.
Brothers, heed my call.
Because for all you know, you're going to find, I don't know, a Messenger or a Snapjaw, and you're going to give it +1/+1. And that's huge, right? For a minion like that.
Or a worm.
Or you hold the hold the charge even longer. Because there might not be a reason to swing right now as well.
Yeah. So play out.
Yeah, play out and then one step at a time. What's killing the 4/5?
The Wasp.
Yep. Wasp is fine. And then are you buffing your board +1/+1 already or not yet?
Not yet.
I don't think so either yet. Just 5 face is fine. Why trade Wasp? Because 5 face is 5 face and you have a poison minion on board. And he may have Big Baron, but that was a small chance.
Positioning. Damn it.
It was okay.
Okay, Worm and Hero Power?
Hero Power Worm, yep, for sure. Yep.
Reporting for duty.
And I think now we kill it. Take the 5. Otherwise... Oh,
Let me think for a moment.
just if he has a taunt or something.
What would Uther do?
Yeah, you can kill it. You can kill it.
Buffing all the 1/1s could have been great.
Yeah, it wouldn't have happened though. So he's got 2 in his hand. So we're effectively on 6. 5 if he pings our face. So risky. There's nothing risky about this play, Big Bang. What are you gonna do? Not take the face damage? Allow him to hit the face and take the damage anyway? If you think this play is risky, it's just because you feel it's risky, but you haven't properly analyzed the board state.
Do you like to play?
That's okay. I think we took this deck about where it should have gone. Maybe even a tiny bit further. It's around the range, right? Yeah. It's not a terrible deck, but it's definitely not a premium Pally deck.
Are you ready for this?
No. 9 wins, just one short, chat. Sorry. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good, we're good. So you're not saying there's a better play, you just say that it feels risky. Yeah, but that makes no sense. For a play to be risky, there has to be an alternative that is less risky. Otherwise, you know, why would it be risky? Because you're risking something. That inherently means that there was a safer line available.